Welcome back to another episode of Legend of Motherfucking Comic, and we got CC hot ass back in here today.
Hello, hello.
And guess what we talking about? I'm about to fuck your head up with this topic.
Oh no.
You have probably heard about it. I don't know if you did, but we're gonna get on it. This is talking about women ditching maxi pads, basically.
What?
Yeah, they are saying that women are ditching maxi pads.
Shit, not I. They some funky pussy motherfuckers.
They saying that it's a new thing called free bleed.
Yeah, I've heard of it. And I know a couple people that do it.
Free bleeding. And they had a motherfucking lady to say that when she comes on, she don't go to work. She just stay at home. What the fuck is free bleed?
Well, technically it's where you just let the blood flow. You're not putting a pad or a tampon in. You just letting it naturally flow. You're fucking up some shit, but you got some that'll walk, keep that towel under them when they sitting down and shit like that. But that smell is awful. I'm sorry. It's like death. But, yeah, a lot of them is just doing that. I can't see myself doing it. I don't even want to pee on myself, let alone have blood running down my leg.
But I'm saying, what's the concept of free bleeding? What's the purpose?
Well, with tampons, I think it's called toxedema or some shit like that. It's a chance that, a lot of women are allergic to the shit that they're using now. It's a lot of health risks with different things they're using. I don't really see what the concept of the pad, because as far as, I don't see how you can catch anything or, other than being allergic to it. I don't know, to be honest. To be honest, I don't know. That's some nasty shit, period.
Man, that shit, that is somebody that just, you just filthy. I don't understand. Now, if you have to be by yourself, that means you couldn't be in a relationship to free bleed. Because if a man let you be in, I said it wrong. You couldn't be in a relationship living with somebody is what I mean. Because how could you stay with a man that got any type of cleanliness about himself, and you're gonna be just what they lay a towel down on the bed when you lay down?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you gonna have you got 100 towels in that motherfucker?
You ain't gotta have 100, but but I mean, yeah, you lay a towel down. I mean, it's just like having sex while you're on your period. But anyway, you got some men that are attracted to that because that's our way of cleaning our body.
You said some men are attracted to that, right? I want to make sure I heard that right. What are they attracted to about a dripping pussy that's not clogged up?
I had a dude tell me once that he was attracted to the smell of a woman doing.
You nasty damn nigga, you.
And he was like, the louder the smell, the more turned on he was. And I'm thinking like, you nasty motherfucker, you. Because I don't like the smell of it, and it's coming from me.
This nigga said that. So he one of them niggas that'll tell you shit in his mouth.
I wouldn't know because I stopped talking to him.
Yeah, I would assume you did. That's a little bit too motherfucking far.
Yeah.
You like the smell of period blood? That's why these hoes so nasty now out here in this world. That's like the Suka Hunter bitch. You ever heard of her? She's a black social media influencer. She counted what it is. She's a stripper, and she work escort service, OnlyFans. She about her money. Now that part I ain't got nothing to say about. Get your money. Okay. But one day she was talking about when she have sex with a nigga. Basically, the nastier that she is, the better it is. Basically, like Fuck taking a bath. Let's just fuck, nigga. That's the best sex in the world when you don't take a bath. Just fuck nasty and dirty. And I'm looking at this bitch when she doing the interview. I'm like, do this bitch think she's setting a trend?
Actually, there's already a trend.
When this start?
I don't know when it started, but yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people like that out there. I actually dated a dude, and I was like, look, I can't go down there. The longer I went without taking a bath, I mean, no deodorant and all of that. The longest I could do was like 2 days. After that, I was like, nigga, I gotta take a bath. I can't do this. But he would want you to go at least a week, maybe 2 weeks without taking a bath. And I'm talking about in the hot ass sun and whatever, pissing, shitting, he didn't give a damn. It was like the funkier it was, the more attractive he was. And I'm like, no, dude, my shit feel like it's gonna be raw down there. It's wet. You can't have that kind of moisture in your body like that without cleaning yourself.
That nigga is a nasty motherfucker creature. He a creature. He's not a human being. And I bet you, for him to be like that, that nigga didn't know how to take bath. Couldn't have.
He took him, but it was.
So he liked it to smell, stinking smells on other people's body, but he want his body to be clean.
Yeah.
That's some weird ass shit.
If I smell you, you gotta go. I mean, get your ass in the hell. I suggest it. And if I smell your ass, oh yeah, no.
That's why these motherfucking, a lot of these girls that a nigga see now are so disrespectful, say anything out their mouth, because of these niggas.
Yeah.
Niggas, y'all are enabling them to just do the fucking most. It ain't all women now. We just talking about the ones that do the bullshit. Like, nigga, how could you not take, a woman not taking a bath for a whole week? That means the tuna fish is to the extreme.
Man, that motherfucker
not putting soap on the ass. So nigga, when you hitting it from the back, you looking at a potential shit ring. You know, I'm just saying, a ring around the booty, and he looking at that, and this nigga getting turned on like a motherfucker.
And just think about it. If you looking at a potential ring, and you hitting it from the back, that means any hair that you have up there is full of shit now. You got duty balls in your pubic hair.
Hold on. Now this is the question I gotta ask, and this is what's gonna make history. Did the nigga wanna do anal? Tell the truth.
Yeah.
God damn. So this nigga wanted to stick his dick and shit built up and backed up for a whole week.
Yeah.
Boy, now I see. I mean, I already knew that the niggas out here were strange and deranged. But god damn. How low can you go?
Well, I mean, like I said, I couldn't go no longer than 2 days. He actually told me his ex-wife, who was a Caucasian, he was like, she would go a week. And he was like, now, she had to work and stuff, so she would use different little body sprays and stuff like that to cover up. But when she come home, by that time, it's done wore off, and I could just smell it. And I'm just sitting here like, ugh. You about to make me throw up. And he's like, but it turned me on. He said, but eventually she got tired and she's like, I can't do it. I said, well, how long was y'all married? He said 5 years, and I'm sitting here thinking for 5 years, pretty much this bitch only took a bath maybe 6, 7 times.
Also, you know, the kind of women he like, he can just pull up to any corner store in America. They right there waiting on you, nigga.
Man.
That's perfect. You ain't looking for nothing special, nigga. You looking for something that's every day of the week.
Yeah.
Kevin Federline, say $40,000 a month in child support isn't fair. You think $40,000 a month in child support is reasonable?
It depends on your lifestyle. Me personally, I'd be happy with it. I wouldn't have gave baby damn if they said 20,000. I would make it work.
I was just finna say, broke as you is, I know $40,000 a month would be a jackpot.
Fuck you! You got to put me on blast about being broke.
Now, see, we not the broke. Mean we don't have no money. You know what kind of broke up I'm talking about? Broke meaning you ain't
I mean,
you ain't getting $20,000 a month on the job. That's what broke mean.
right,
If you
right.
ain't
I
making
feel.
$20,000 a month and you can get $40,000 a month just
Oh
for
yeah,
child support, oh man,
that's
you
love.
came up.
That's love. But this is the thing: are you using that 40,000 on the child though?
Now
You see?
now the 40 now 9 times out of 10, the 40,000 is not gonna go on the kids because in the history of America, most of the time when men pay child support, the women never spend it all on the kids. That just be real.
True.
Now the women,
True.
now not saying that they have to all the time, depending on what the kid got. You know what I'm saying? But they got some women that will basically live off child support. They life when they get their check, they at the beauty shop and the nail shop. Hey, bitch. You know what I'm saying? The kid over there running,
Mm-hmm.
missing and wanting for shit. And then
Mm-hmm.
once they spend the money and fuck the child support out money that the man sent, now they calling him going off, cussing him out for more money. Like that ain't
Right.
enough. It ain't enough, bitch, because it ain't for you.
Right.
This is for to take care of the child until the child get grown. I did not shoot nothing in you to take care of you and the child for 18 years. But
Well, technically, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do to take precautions so she don't get pregnant, you're pretty much saying I'm willing to take care of you and a child for the next 18 years.
no, that ain't what the fuck I'm saying. If I shoot nothing in you and I bring a child in this world, no, bitch. I'm taking care of my child. Now, if we
Well,
together and we have a bond in a relationship, then yeah. But nah, hell no, I'm not obligated to take care of no motherfucking child just because you had it. No, women go too far with this shit.
okay, but listen. Okay, here's the thing though, and this is just my point of view. There's too many conscious, how they say it, too many things out there to keep you from getting pregnant or getting someone pregnant. So if you trust her enough to take that off, then you have to deal with what comes behind that.
And what
And
comes behind that is the 18 years of me taking care of my child, not you. So I'm
well,
listening.
I'm the mother. I'm the mother, which means 9 times out of 10, I'm having to put something in my life on hold for my child, our child. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying take care of me per se, but damn it, I'm gonna need some help because suppose that I have a complicated pregnancy and I have to leave school or leave my job. Okay, therefore now I have no income, so you're gonna have
That's
to
what the
take care of
government for. We running down there, you getting on Section 8 and food stamp.
me.
It's not for me to step up because you have a health problem. I can have a health problem. Guess what?
True.
If I get sick, no, I got to take up for the men. If I get sick and I'm paying child support and all of a sudden I get sick where I can't work, do you think the police department give a fuck about that? No, that
Nope.
warrant still gonna go out. They
Yep.
still gonna come to my address to pick me
Yep.
up.
Yep.
No. No, no, no,
Because
no, no. We don't get no pass. If you
the
can't work,
same way you said that's what the government for. It's the same way you could say say for yourself the government's for you. They help men. They help men just as well as they help women. But most men are too proud to go ask for that fucking help. That's the
nah,
problem.
the men that don't want the help is the men that's gonna go out there and handle their business. The niggas that want to
Okay,
run, huh?
but like you said, if you get sick and you can't work,
Yeah,
then
but
you need to
that
go
be rare.
somewhere
That be
else.
rare. That be rare though. They don't. That's most of the time if it's an older man, really up in age type shit. That's like a rare occurrence where a man actually get that sick where he can't work. Now, if a man get that sick and he can't work, he not gonna hesitate to get the help. That's what we don't wait on. But as long as we able, yeah, we ain't trying to run down there like
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
we ain't trying to run down there like the typical lazy ass woman. They got women that make a career out of having babies. They not ever getting a job. I'm gonna lay back and get Tom to shoot at me. When he get through, I'm gonna get John to shoot at me. 3 years later, I'm gonna go find Ricky. I'm gonna run
But
this game, and those are the women that end up 45, 50 years old with 7 kids, pot belly, saddlebags on their arms, titty sagging, Telling about every nigga ain't shit.
Well, here's the thing with that. Why they trying to make a lot of them ain't trying to make a career of that now, because now you can only get warfare for 7 years of 7 years of your life. Now a lot of these dumb females thought, oh, they meant 7 years of the child's life. Hell, I can still make it. No, bitch, they meant your life. Now they got it. You can't even get food stamps or EBT, wherever you want to say, however you want to say it, without going to school or working 30 hours a week. They just sent this letter out. So all these parents thinking they're going to sit on their ass and keep drawing these food stamps and selling food stamps. No, baby, the government is hip to that. They finna cut that shit the fuck off. Either you go to school or you go to work.
It's finna come a time in the future where people that just trying to work a job, you know how you run into people. Well, that's the average person around you, and mostly everybody. You got the rare percentages that do different and above average shit. The average person is gonna tell you, as long as I can pay my bills, I got a car to drive, food to eat, I'm good. I have never fall for that mentality, and I'm never gonna fall for it. That is what the white man have put in the black people mentality, to be fucking slaves and never get out of it. And they have dug that computer chip so deep in black people's brain to where these motherfuckers don't realize. And then you wonder why when something happened or something extreme happened, you ain't got shit to do. Right. You put in a position because you have adjusted your mind. And I know it comes from the white man. I don't think nobody black that went through what we went through all them years ago would sit up there and have sense enough to look at all these opportunities around us and sit on their ass and do just enough to make it, knowing that if something happened, you ain't got no help, no matter who you is, if you just doing enough to make it.
Right.
So in the future, if you're looking at it, if you're paying attention to everything that's going up, everything going up. What a house used to cost is what a regular car costs now. Mm-hmm. What a car used to cost is 3 times the price.
Yeah.
So now, if you got that mentality, they making sure that you be damn near homeless.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of motherfuckers are gonna struggle in the future, and it's gonna get real, real fucked up because of that mentality. Let me just pay my bills, and I'm good. Nah.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of black people talk about Latinos, about them coming and taking our jobs. Well, if you ask me, they're smart about the way they do it. Yeah, they're taking jobs. They're taking any jobs and building their way up, just like every other race. They're taking the lowest paying jobs and they building themselves up, and they making a hell of a life for themselves. But one thing I did notice about a Latino person will bring their whole freaking family. I'm talking about cousin, sister, cousin, auntie, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and move them all in one house.
And guess what? They're going to be loyal, too.
Yes. And not only that, they're going to pay them bills on regular. And you mad because they driving nice cars, dressing nice, and this, that, and that. They did it the smart way. They said, okay, you know what? All of us going to get in this house. Somebody going to do this cooking. Somebody going to do this cleaning. Somebody going to sit with the kids, and we're going to sit out here, and we're going to make this bank.
Exactly.
What you mad at?
Exactly. And I'm glad you said that, because I talked to a couple of other black women, and the first thing they said, they come with their hating shit. But I know the reason why they said what they said. That's why as soon as they said it, I came to the defense of the Hispanic community. But they was like, they stink. Your pussy stink. I mean, what's new? Like I don't like when people look down on people that when I know what they stand for. Now, right. I've smelled stanky black folks, stanky, every race stanky. Right. But I'm going to be honest, I really haven't smelled too many Mexicans that stink. Now, I have been in some Indian places because they don't wear deodorant and shit like that and smell them. But I haven't really just smelled the Mexican like that. But the point I'm making is I did a skit that went viral, and it was the truth. That's why I went viral. I ain't even expected to go viral, but sometimes when you say the hard truth, everybody can relate to it. And what I said was, you can take 20 Mexicans, put them in a house. They'll all stay together, stack their money, save, and make sure everybody get in position financially before they separate. And then when they do separate, everybody got their own houses, own
Mm-hmm.
cars, and they get together on the weekend and sips margaritas and talk about how they came to America and became successful. That's why when
Yeah,
you see them on the weekend and they drinking beers and having fun, that's what they talking about. They like, nigga, we
celebrate.
made it.
They celebrating.
We born over here and complain and don't do shit and make up every excuse in the motherfucking world.
Yeah,
Why we do that?
because we're too busy hating on each other. We too busy instead of being focused on what we got going on in our life and trying to help each other, build each other. We too busy turning each other down, jealous. And I'm be honest, talking about the white man. The white man did this. The white man won't let us do that. You know what? The white man can't stop you if you
He
get your
sure can't.
fucking education.
That's why when I speak on the white man, you ain't gonna ever hear me talking about he stopping nothing. I just talk about something that happened in the past. Today we have every opportunity that we need. The door is open. All you gotta do is kick that motherfucker in.
Yeah. And
But
if you can't kick it in, climb through the goddamn window.
or knock on it, crook. Just knock on the motherfucker. Shit. But when I was talking about that $40,000 a month in child support, I was talking about Kevin Federline and Britney Spears. Now
Uh-huh.
they just split, and he's thinking of going to court because he want to increase. He said he never bargained for having the kids full time when they hashed out the child support. So he was thinking that basically the kids would be back and forth. And
Uh-huh.
Britney Spears didn't let him know, shit, nigga, you just take the kid.
Right.
I'm ready to get back to acting a fool and getting in the news again. Take your
Uh-huh.
goddamn kids. I just give you the money. Now they say he get $40,000 a month for the two kids that he shared with Brittany. He said the amount is predicated on each of them having the kids 50% of the time. But he said Brittany, the reality has the kids 0% of the time. Damn.
Okay. I can't see a mother doing that, but yes, I can. Let me take it like that. Yes, I can.
Yeah, you got to look at Britney Spears' history. I mean, if I'm kind of proud of her a little bit because for the last years we haven't really heard nothing about her.
Right.
But for a
Because I
while she
believe
was on a spree.
right.
Every other day she was in the news, and you could look at her
Mm-hmm.
and see she was drunk and full of that Tony Montana.
But that's why I said I take that back because I applaud a woman when she knows that mentally or physically she's not capable to be that mother they need to be. So she gives them to somebody she knows that can be that parent that they need. So I applaud her on that. Now, as far as the child support go, I don't really see where he would need to spend 40,000, 80,000, or whatever he's asking for because they're kids. They don't have to have all this expensive shit. They're kids. They're gonna grow out of it. They're gonna turn it out.
But see, I'm gonna tell you why a lot of times those numbers work with people that's in the entertainment industry because they have to factor in. Say, for instance, I'm an entertainer. Say you Britney Spears and I'm Kevin.
Okay.
Okay, if I have certain gigs and meetings and stuff to do with my entertainment, like, cause he's a star like her too,
Mm-hmm.
then I have to pay people when I'm not around. So
True.
that's where that's how they kind of that's why I be steeped up like that. It don't be like regular people child support. If it weren't for them being, that's the only reason why they should be so ridiculous amount. If they weren't known or public figures, it would be a regular little bitty old amount because they
Yeah.
have to do so much and go through so much, and by them being high profile, they don't just want you got to give me enough money to put my kids in special daycare. They just can't go to regular daycare. You know what I'm saying? Because they could be a target because I'm known. So
True.
that's why it changes the game, like, and their amounts be different, from us.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
Well,
that's
that makes sense.
yeah, but I mean, that's fucked up.
It is.
We got another ignorant ass nigga. You remember Pac-Man Jones?
I
I know
love
you didn't
it.
heard of him. Got locked up that time. He played in the NFL.
Uh-huh.
He done got locked up again.
For what?
He say he didn't do anything wrong. They locked him up for terroristic threats. Now he was drunk as a motherfucker. He got locked up at the airport.
Uh-huh.
Now, I done seen him. He did a couple of interviews on a couple of podcasts and shit not too long ago. He looked like I'm gonna tell you, he seems like a cool, laid back type of dude. But
Okay.
you can tell when he drink and get alcohol in his system, he might can act a fool. So
Okay.
he must have been at the airport drinking a little too motherfucking much. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
And something happened.
Well, you know what terrorists are threatening. If like me and you just sitting here talking and I say, you keep talking that shit, I'm gonna come beat your ass. That's terrorist threatening right there. Just saying that you would do something. So
Exactly.
and you said he was drunk. I don't feel like that person should have really just took that serious, which even though they say it, don't tell a lie. But I feel like if a person is intoxicated, you shouldn't take it to heart as much.
Right.
And then if he's aggressive with it to the point where he's trying to get to you and he's showing you the balance side at the same time he's saying it, then that's different.
Well, you know he black. He got a bunch of tattoos on him and he got braids to the back. So that's you gonna take that as aggressive. And
I'm
huh?
I'm not.
Nah, not you, but you know, we talking about the other people.
Yeah, if it's the average other person, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, you could be look like Steve Urkel and walk up and tell somebody you gonna kick their ass aggressively and they gonna believe it because you're black.
right, yeah. And then, like I said, by him being tatted up, like he just he fits the description of the typical motherfucker that can act crazy. But the thing he said, this shit was sparked by just because he asked to move seats because the electric outlet wasn't working. You know where he was sitting at, and he's saying
Mm,
that the reporters are just making up a whole lot of lies and shit. Like he feel like they picking on him and shit.
mm-hmm.
You know,
I kind of believe that too, though.
huh?
I kind of believe that.
Believe that? Yeah, I believe that true. But um, I'm trying to figure out if you just asked to move a seat, why would they call the police? I'm trying to figure out.
Because knowing him, he wasn't being, excuse me, this outlet ain't working, da da da. Da. Hey, do you know who the fuck I am? This motherfucker and was loud about it.
And
And
boom,
which made them get aggressive about it. And then he got even more aggressive because you know one thing about it, we ain't finna let nobody out talk us. You ain't finna show your authority and think I can't show you mine. So it just escalated. A small problem turned into something big. When all he had to do was probably remain calm and be like, look here, I know you're trying to do your job or whatever, whatever, but I done paid this price for my shit to be right.
right,
You move me to somewhere where my stuff is gonna work. I mean, it's all about like I tell people all the time, your tone determines the situation.
exactly.
If you come out acting all hood and ghetto, you're gonna get a response you really don't want. But if you try to stay cool, calm, and collected in whatever the situation is, don't get me wrong, get some situations that might pull you out of your element. But if you try to keep the element cool and cool, calm, and collect, then it won't escalate.
Now this ain't his first airport situation. He got into it in Atlanta in 2018 at the airport. Got into a straight up fist fight. But
Wow.
they end up realizing that he wasn't the aggressor. It was the people at the airport that forced him to do it. So he got out of that. But in
Well, then that's
2021, he got into another fight at a bar. So he getting drunk.
yeah.
This motherfucker getting drunk. Nigga, you ain't got all these motherfucking altercations with alcohol and nothing just ain't happening. Like it's like once he get on the alcohol, he be ready to fight. That's what it seemed like.
Well, he needs to change the brand that he's drinking because evidently that ain't working for him.
Niggas like that got that type of money. He got them niggas drinking every motherfucking thing. That's the problem. Yeah, he mixing and blending shit,
Mm-hmm.
and nigga, you fucking up for real.
And I have a question I almost want to ask: is he popping an X pill with it? Because most people that pop an X pill, they no matter what they drinking, they cool, calm, collect. But if they pop that X pill and you piss them off, they go from 0 to 1,000 in 2 seconds. It escalates whatever anger they at or happiness. Just depends on what situation or what feelings they have. But when that X pill kicks in, they tell people all the time, try to make sure that you take an X pill, you're in a calm situation. Because if you don't, and that X pill you rolling, as my homegirl say, if you rolling with that X pill and somebody piss you off, you think you're Incredible Hulk. It's like all of a sudden you just come out, and you ready to fight the world.
Yeah, them X pills, a motherfucker. Cause I didn't know until this girl I knew I had got with and was fucking with for a little while, and she told me, I'm gonna go out and do a little drinking, but I ain't gonna get drunk. All I gotta do is take a little piece of X pill, and I can drink all night. I'm like, for real? She like, yeah. I'm like, so if you take an X pill, you can drink all night without getting drunk. She said, yeah. And I
Well,
done seen, after she said that, I seen motherfuckers do that. That's some crazy shit.
now I gotta be honest. I've took an X pill once in my life.
Yeah.
And it was just because I've heard so many stories about it. And I ain't gonna lie, I was scared because I was like, please don't nobody piss me off. Please don't nobody piss me off. I just want to be happy. I want that happy pill. And matter of fact, we was barbecuing, and me and my next door neighbor, and we had the little, speaker outside. When I tell you, at first they was like, you feel it? I'm like, I don't feel nothing. She's like, here, pop another one. She's like, you might have a high metabolism. I'm like, okay. And I'm taking like 3 double stack, whatever the fuck that is. But and I'm taking 3, and finally all of a sudden it was just like whoosh. I was like, oh shit. And they was like, what? I was like, I want to dance. I said, somebody dance. And here I am outside. I literally gave everybody out there a lap dance. Guy, girl, husband, wife. I didn't care.
Oh, yeah, you did the most. You
I
did
was
the most.
thinking, you lap dancing. You get a lap dance.
Damn. You was off the chain. They should have recorded you.
No, they shouldn't.
You would have went viral.
And
Ladies drunk dancing on everybody.
man, I grabbed one guy and he was with his wife and he was like, babe. And she was like, just roll with it. She's in her zone. And I grabbed him. He had long hair. I grabbed his hair and wrapped it around my head and yanked his head back. Oh, I'll never forget it. Grinded all over him. And it was like when I started coming down, I was
So you
thirsty.
grabbed his hair and put the nigga hand. You wrapped his hand up like just kept wrapping his hair around your hand like in a lock.
Yes,
Oh yeah. Damn.
you ain't going
Did he stick his thing
nowhere.
in? Shit, you had like you was about to jump on him.
No, because I mean, we were still fully dressed. I was just giving lap dances.
Well, you sure it looked like you had in your mind that you was fucking him. Take it. He tied the hair up and shit like a woman tied a ponytail up real quick.
No, but now when I came down, it was like I was on a roller coaster. It was like I kept going, like I was at the top of the roller coaster, and I kept going whoosh, like coming down real fast. And I was like, I was laying in my bed, and I was like, please don't let me fall. Please don't let me fall. And they was like, you're in the bed. And I was like, yeah, but I feel like I'm going to fall at any minute. And I literally had, like, my significant other, pillows, my kids. I had everybody just, like, surrounding me and making sure that I did not fall. Because I was just, I all of a sudden this fear came in that I was on a roller coaster and I was going to fall the fuck out. And I was like, yep, nope, that ain't for me. I don't like that shit.
Man, I seen the lady one day. She wasn't drunk. She had to be high on something. I don't know what drugs this lady was on, but it had to be a mixture of mental health mixed in with it. Because the lady, when I pull up to the gas station, I couldn't tell was it a lady or a man at first. And then I look, I said, yeah, that's a woman. She got a low haircut. And then looked like she had some white stuff around her mouth. I'm like, what is that? And then all of a sudden, she just pulled all her clothes down. And she was moving and swerving, and I don't know what she was doing with her body, spinning around. I said, this lady is high on some serious shit. Butt naked.
Well, I mean, it could be any drug. Because everybody, like you said, mixed with mental health, mental illness can have any effect. I've seen people smoke weed and get paranoid like they had smoked crack. I've seen people smoke crack and get paranoid to the point that had everybody in the house thinking the police was going to kick the door in or they was climbing on the roof. I've seen people shoot meth, smoke meth. I mean, just about every drug you think of, I've seen somebody do it before.
You ever seen somebody hit the crack pipe and then do 50 sit-ups?
No, Melvin, I
Man, I
haven't.
never forget this shit. I was 16 selling crack, and I went to the back of the apartments that I was in. Somebody wanted to spend some money back there. It was so long, I can't remember. But I remember going in, and when I walked in, the dude who had the money was sitting on the bed, and he'll lay down, and then he'll raise up, and then he'll lay down. And so I'm asking the dude, I said, man, what the fuck wrong with dude? He all right? He like, yeah, man, that's just what he do when he get high. I'm like, God damn, them drugs a motherfucker. So anyway, I give him whatever they had wanted. They give me the money, and I'm rolling up a blunt if I get ready to walk, leave out. Man, that motherfucker hit that crack, and he sat on the bed, and that motherfucker just doing sit-ups. I said, God damn, woo. Boy, crack is a bad motherfucker. And then the fentanyl and just knock that motherfucker out the way.
Now, I remember seeing somebody smoke crack, and it was like as soon as he hit, he was like, you smell that? You smell that? Something on fire. Something on fire.
This nigga smelling, boy.
Run from room to room checking to make sure nothing was on fire. So one day, we had pulled up, and he went running in the house. I said, watch this, y'all. I'm gonna fuck him up real good. And they said, what? I said, I'm gonna set a piece of paper on fire. I said, let me see if he smells smoke then. So he goes to the bathroom, and I take a piece of tissue and set it on fire in the ashtray. Man, when I tell you he come running out that bathroom, howling, call the fire department. They said, you so low down. I said, well, damn it, every time you turn around, he said he smell smoke. So I figured I'd actually give him a reason to smell smoke this time. Oh, he was too terrified to go back in the house. And didn't I smoke no more dope that day? He was so fucked up. I said, well, hell, maybe I just put him in rehab. I don't know.
Yeah, you gave him a break. Rearrange your life. Put this crack down and get some help, motherfucker. Now, if your son, say you had a baby daddy, and he had your son in a stripper video, would you look at that like he is putting your son in a bad environment or fucking his mentality up because he's involved in a video with women stripping? You say what?
I'm trying to make sure that I get the scenario right. My baby daddy has my son.
Your baby dad is a rapper.
Uh-huh.
And he put your son in the video, and they got girls in there dancing.
How old is my son?
Oh, about 9.
Well, at that age, most boys are already looking at girls. So,
do you think he endangering your child in any way, welfare?
No.
I agree. I feel like a little boy, especially with all the shit going on there, and with these communities and these people trying to influence kids to do shit before they of age to make the decision for themselves.
Right.
I feel like that was a great thing because it's a bunch of reasons why. One of the reasons, and I know a lot of people will be like, oh no, oh my gosh, why would he say to have his son in a stripper video and not think that that's wrong? Because I'm not saying that it's absolutely 100% right, but I don't think it's wrong either.
Well, if you got to look at one, if it's in a video, that means it's well supervised.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like nothing really spectacular is going to go on to it jeopardizing in any way. I mean, it ain't like the strippers trying to have sex with him or nothing like that.
Exactly. The only thing I think it would reveal it from a father's perspective. If that's what I was doing with my son, I would be using that to see if he's gonna like women and be straight, or if he's gonna be gay. That would kind of give me a little idea. His reaction to seeing the women, I would want to know that, especially with all the sick shit going on in the world. That might can give me a sign if my son maybe been molested before anything. You just never know what brings certain things out.
True. That's
But if
very
I don't
true.
put them in the surroundings to observe and see how they react, I might not know. So that's
Now
one of the reasons.
you got to be careful with that statement and put him in that environment or that surrounding, because then you have people thinking, well, if I take my child to a crack house, is they gonna tell me if he's gonna try drugs or not? No, bitch, that's not.
Yeah, well,
I
exactly right.
know.
You're exactly right though. You're exactly right. You got some people that'll take it and run with it just like that. But
Right.
if they want to take their child to a crack house, and you go ahead on and get locked up, motherfucker. That's totally fucking different than seeing if a child is gonna be on drugs, or that don't even really make no sense because why am I gonna take my 9-year-old child to see if I don't know if my 9-year-old child is on drugs? I don't need no kid.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't need them because that means I ain't paying attention to shit. And if a 9-year-old is on crack, anybody in their right mind gonna be able to see that. So whoever take that statement and twist it, you just twist it anyway.
Yeah, you're correct.
But you right. They got motherfuckers that do it. You're exactly right. They got motherfuckers that do say something just like that.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, I'm only saying this because this is a boy in the times we living in. But the reason why I brought this up, because they put his daddy, Blueface, under investigation by Child Services. Now they said Blueface has come under fire for his questionable parenting skills in the past, but his most recent parenting failure has drawn fire and investigations from both members of law enforcement and the LA Department of Child and Family Services. Now,
Well, you also go
huh?
ahead.
Go ahead. You said
You
what?
also you got to look at the way they're looking at it is because they are strippers, which means they showing. It's almost like child pornography. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? That's
right,
the way they're looking at it. Like you encouraging him to look, or you're making him look.
right. That's what I know. A lot of people's gonna say that exactly. You encouraging him to want to fuck pussy.
Right.
Why? That's what he should want to fuck.
It
Not
is.
not take it. Not take it. It be given to you.
No, but you got to look at, because it's a stripper, you're encouraging him to buy pussy.
Well, no, because
It's a
if
stripper though.
yeah, but if you just stripping, you only see the adults throwing the money. But if it's a video, you gotta remember to break it all the way down. It's a video, so they're not gonna actually be throwing money unless it's a twerk song video. They just gonna
Right.
be dancing in the video. They were paid before they got on the recording started.
Right.
So now, if he's in a strip club, then I can agree with what you're saying because they're throwing money, and somebody
Okay.
might go. Somebody might want to buy the stripper. They might want to buy more than the dance. They might want to buy
Let,
the dance.
let me ask you this, because that's a key statement you just said. At the key, if they was at the strip club or just a video. Now, is the video a scene where they're supposed to be actual strippers, or was they just half dressed and people assumed they were strippers?
No, they really strippers. They just threw out the video dancing like a lot of niggas have. The only thing he
Then
just
what?
put his son in there.
What's the problem? Because I can go outside right now and see half naked bitches walking down the street.
Right, and
And if
then
somebody drive by with the right song, they gonna start dancing.
thank you.
So I don't see what the problem is. If they wasn't actually making it look like they're, I mean, yeah, we may know they're personal strippers, but he's 9 years old. He don't know they're a fucking stripper unless somebody say, she's a stripper. He
Right,
ain't ever been to the club, so he don't know.
unless he got a
And
cell phone and his parents don't monitor him. Don't forget that.
yeah,
Cause that's what's going
you're
on.
right.
That parents buying it. He gotta have every new iPhone that come out. I
You're
be
right.
like, look at this bitch. Bitch, you don't even know
But
what he doing with the phone.
again, and you said Los Angeles.
Yeah, LA. But I'm gonna tell
Okay, so you know half the people down there are naked any motherfucking way. So what's the problem?
The problem is you didn't know it, but I'm about to put you on game. Him and his girlfriend have had a bunch of situations in that. Okay, this child who was in the video is by one of his baby mamas.
Okay.
He got a baby he just had by another girl. Now the police has came to the house where him and his baby mama stayed a bunch of times, from him getting into it with her and then getting into it with the other girl at the other house he had.
Okay.
So like I'm talking about several times. They didn't went viral for this shit one time where the police had to put her out.
Okay.
So when you a rapper and you in LA and you making all these scenes because you getting into it with both of these women that you got babies by all the time, they gonna put the light on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are gonna be a target. Anything this nigga to do fuck up, we gonna get him.
Yeah.
We sick of this shit. So
Yeah.
when they seen that video with the child in there, now I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't see nothing wrong with it, but this is what I see what's wrong with it. Nigga, you should been aware to know not to do that stupid ass shit. Even though you know it ain't nothing that can fuck your son up mentally, you know that all the shit you been doing, if you put a child in a video with strippers, what that's gonna do. This nigga should have known that.
Yeah.
Like, I know not to do that.
But he's probably got the mentality like you said, I ain't fucking my child up, this, that, and he's probably gonna end up beating the case with the right lawyer.
Oh yeah, he gonna get out of it. But what's gonna end up happening is, if he don't take heed to making the right decision before you decide to do shit, he gonna end up fucked up for real.
Yeah.
Now they said
Yeah.
the authorities been to their house over in 10 times just since May. What month is it?
September.
May, June, July, August. Within the last 5, 6 fucking months, they done been to the motherfucking house 10 motherfucking times. That's what sparked the investigation into them.
Well, this is the thing, though. I mean, he's probably at the point where he knows that he's a target. So it's almost like now he's picking.
Oh
You know?
shit! I'm gonna see if you're gonna change. I said something wrong. The child is not 9. The child is 6.
Oh no, he wrong. He dead ass wrong. He dead ass wrong. That's like me having that's influencing that child to what we just had a conversation about this. I can't remember if it was you or who I had a conversation with. But I got 2 grandbabies, both of my boys. One's 1, one's 2. The 2-year-old, because he sees me doing my makeup, my wigs and stuff, wanted to do everything I did. Okay. And I was encouraging him to be around more men because I noticed that when we're watching twerk videos and we're twerking and stuff like that, he was doing all this too, at 2.
Oh no, yeah, you got to fix that.
So with that baby being 6, he's still under the influence. Whatever he's seeing, he's gonna want to do. So if you got these half naked ass girls walking around now and they're dancing, you're influencing that child. I'm just gonna feel like that. Now at 9, they pretty much know. I'm not gonna say they pretty much know. I'm gonna take that back, but they're already influenced. They still young to be influenced in other ways, but not as much as a 6-year-old or a 2-year-old. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Well, see, I talked about this dude and his child on the episode before with another topic that's running in line with this one, and this is the main reason why they're investigating that. I don't know if you listen to that show, but I'm gonna bring you up to speed. Now, the basis for the DCF investigation stemmed from the incident in July when he badgered his 6-year-old son about his sexuality and pressured him to watch half-naked women twerking inside his home. Now, the Tatiana rapper posted a series on Instagram which he asked his young son if he's gay, because he was hunting snacks in the kitchen instead of looking at the group of women who were dancing in the living room. And he said, son, come here. Them booty cheeks out here. You in there looking for chips, Slim Jims and shit? Blueface said while approaching his son in the pantry, you ain't gay, is it? Are you gay? You ain't gay, right? Now, like I said, I did a speech on this topic, and his son basically was chewing on a Slim Jim and shook his head when he was asking him all these questions, and Blueface said, my man, and gave him a high five. Now, this dude is asking to go to jail. Why would you put your 6-year-old child on Instagram asking them if they gay and putting your business out there?
Yep.
That's what's wrong with motherfuckers. The internet is for certain things.
Yep.
Now, you don't put your 6-year-old child on the internet and ask him if he's gay in front of the motherfucking world, and then in the middle of that, you letting the world know that it's half naked ladies in there for your son to see. You putting all your business out there.
Yep. Me personally, I don't believe a child knows at 6 years old if he's gay or straight. I'm just gonna say it. He don't. He knows what his environment.
I think at 5 and 6, you know the difference between being gay and not being gay. I think because when I'm just going off of my opinion, growing up as a boy.
Okay.
When I was 6, and I see a lot of kids at 6, you usually know that you're supposed to like a girl. That's the normal, way of doing things, that you're supposed to like a girl. And so if somebody approaches you, usually at their age, by that time, I feel like you should know. Now, 3 and stuff like that, you can easily be influenced if nobody catches some sick shit that happens. Like, for instance, I was talking about the other day, I don't know what I was talking to, and this is sick, but this shit happens. Now, say a child, I'm gonna go to the 5 years old. Say a child is 5 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's getting babysitted by one of the family members that's a dude. Might be the cousin, the uncle, because this happens a lot of time in families. Uncle or brother end up babysitting, one time somebody's child, and say that person is slick, a child molester. And when that 5-year-old lays down and go to sleep, he go in there and pull his pants down and start sucking his thing. The child wakes up, but it's feeling good, because at 5 or 6, you touch a child thing, you getting hard. You know that feeling. You ain't had sex yet, but it arouses you. It's just like when women be touching little boys' things when they babies. I done seen women do it. I be like, stop doing that to that boy. And they just be laughing. Look at this thing getting hard. So if a babysitter that's a brother or uncle, like I said, performs oral sex on this 5-year-old child, and he wakes up and he put the grown person put their hand on their child and basically say, don't move, and it's feeling good. If that child don't never go tell nobody, a lot of times that's what that child gonna like from then on throughout life.
True.
A man, because his first sexual experience was a man, and nobody was able to dare to check and catch him getting molested. So now he think. You say what?
I said, and tell him that it was wrong.
Right. So now what feels good, he think is right. He don't know no better. So I know a lot of people are gay because of that reason there.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? They were molested and it wasn't caught.
Me, at 6 years old, 5 years old, I didn't know if I wanted to. I didn't know if I was interested in boys. I was a tomboy at that age.
I think girls are different. I just say for boys, yeah. You can
Now,
get a woman's perspective.
Now, when I was between 7 and 8, I was a little more curious because I've always ran with an older crowd. And it was like I started noticing the difference as far as the girls had boobs, and I was more curious about them boobs and not really what was between the legs or nothing, but it was the boobs. And I still remember, guys. Now, when I was 13 to 16, still curious but scared because I was raised that, the old Baptist, men belong with women, women belong with men. You didn't do the girl, the girl. That was just wrong. You was condemning yourself to hell. Had actually had very several opportunities to test my theory or my me being questionable, but I got scared every time, and it wasn't the
So
fact that I
you
was
had
scared.
several opportunities to get your coochie licked, and you by
Yeah,
a woman.
but I was scared. I was scared. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie.
So
I
what
was.
happened? Did they approach you?
Yeah, when my thing was they approached me too aggressive and it scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah. Was they older than you?
No, one of them I went to school with.
And she was just like, let me suck that pussy, bitch. Stop
No,
playing.
she was actually I used to spend the night at her house
Put it
all the
in my
time,
mouth.
and we knew off top
Now you hear
because
that? Now I don't mean to cut you off. You used to spend the night at her house all the time. That's how a lot of relationships build with women that be friends growing up as friend girls. They be more than friend girls.
not necessarily me and her has never. Oh man, I'm getting a call from my doctor. Anyway, me and her had never crossed that path. We knew, she didn't really talk about men or guys like the rest of us did as teenagers. We see her with a dude, but we be like, "That's your boyfriend." She go, "Girl, hell no. We just cool. We just shoot basketball." But with her, like I said, I always spent the night at her house. This one particular night, I'm laying in her bed with my t-shirt and my panties on, and she kept snatching the color, and I'm like, "Girl, go on somewhere. Quit playing. Quit playing." And she finally, that last time, snatched that blanket and threw it on the floor and was like, "You gonna give me some?" And I jumped up, boohoo, crying, grabbing my shit, like, "I can't believe you gonna do this shit."
Right.
Terrified of me.
And you end up
Um,
doing it years later.
not with her.
Yeah.
Not with her.
But she opened
Um,
it. She was the introduction.
yeah, she was really the first one.
But what I was
Um,
saying was it's a lot of situations. I talked to a lot of women that had friend girls and they was real cool and spent the night and they had the same situation as you.
yeah, yeah,
So you know, it's I think it's normal. I mean, it happens. It's just about who likes what and who don't. You
now
know,
she did get the opportunity to finger me.
see what I'm saying? Did you nut? Did you nut off her finger?
Yes,
That's a
hell yeah.
damn shame. So you nutted on her finger, but you wouldn't nut on her face.
Because that was, to me, that was going way too far. Touching and feeling is different.
You hadn't got
But,
all the way broke in yet. That's what it was.
and then, yeah. Now, the first time I was with a female and I went down, to this day, she swears I've done it before. And I'm like, nope. I know what I like. So I did what I thought you would like.
That's what people don't realize. You don't have to be then gave head before to have good head. It's just the passion that you put in.
Yes.
You know, it's the enthusiasm, the energy
Yes.
that people put into it that just make it amazing.
Yes.
Is it
Take
okay?
your time.
Huh?
I said, take your time.
Yeah, take your time. You take your time. It's gonna work out for you.
Yeah.
Is it okay for a man to grab your butt in public?
Yes.
Look at her. I should not. Why you say it's okay?
I like public affection. I do. I like knowing and that you're attracted to me, that you want me. I like that. For me to be walking down the aisle and you come up another aisle and see me and grab me and kiss me or grab me by my throat and like some kiss me and rubbing on touching on me. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little embarrassed, but I'm like,
Well,
shit,
well,
yes,
what if it's an old lady just came from church with a Sunday dress on and hat on her head? You gonna let him grab your butt in front of this lady right there?
that's their business. Ain't none of mine.
I'm saying, no, I'm saying you gonna let your
If,
man
if
grab.
I'm If I just came home, you talking about if I was that old lady?
No, if you was in the store with your man and he gripping your butt, just gripping your butt, and you like, oh, and you turn around and you see this old lady with her church dress on and a church hat looking at y'all, would you continue?
Hell yeah. She better turn her head.
Damn. Ooh, I feel for when I get old, what I'm going to see. So you wouldn't get a lady no justice? You wouldn't say, well, I'm sorry, ma'am.
I probably would after I got my feel and whatever else. Yeah. Now if he's trying to go under my clothes in front of everybody and something like that, then I'm like, baby, stop. You see that woman right there, ma'am? I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, I respect my elders.
But if he gripping the booty, you ain't gonna tell him to stop.
Huh?
But if he gripping it, as long as he ain't up under your clothes, you ain't gonna tell him to stop, even if she look.
She was one too.
That's why she gonna be mad. She gonna go home, look, little wank. I seen the little hot heifer at the stove doing the stuff that I used to do. I can't do no more. So
Yes,
disrespectful.
You can too. Now see, I had a woman walk up to me in the store one day. I hate for somebody that I do not know. As a matter of fact, I don't really like for anybody to walk up and touch my face. I don't know where the fuck your hands been. But anyway.
I hate for somebody to touch my motherfucking t-shirt on and they see it's white. Doing it low down, motherfucker.
Right. But anyway, she walked up and touched my face and she was like, your skin is so pretty. Your complexion is, oh Lord, I'm gonna have to get off. But your complexion is so pretty.
Yeah, we gonna end the show. Y'all got a battle rule going on. We got a battle in the ghetto. We're gonna end the show. Till the next time.
All right.